Hey Brad Squad, today we have run off and joined the circus. That is Circus Abyssinia Ethiopian Dreams. Ethiopian brothers Bibi and Bichu have started the only circus created by Ethiopian artists for Ethiopian artists, and they have taken Broadway by storm since they arrived November 30th at the new Victory Theater. We're taking you inside the show, and of course, we've got your backstage passes where Bibi and Bichu will join us to tell us how they juggled their way into international circus stardom. Check it out. Squad. The moment has arrived, backstage passes were promised, and we are here with Bibi and Bichu. So we just watched the show. That was phenomenal. That blew my mind. What is the show? For the people who haven't seen it, what is the show about?
The show is based on our story, me and my brother. Well, we grew up in Ethiopia. Circus wasn't even a thing when we started, it was a long time ago. What we did was, as you do after school activities, some kids play football, some kids do, but we always wanted to do something different, so we started doing gymnastics.
Okay.
So we didn't know anything about juggling then. We wanted to show off. So there's a little park thing outside of our house, so we did like just gymnastics, doing front, and people gather around, and they just watch us. We did that for fun. And we were like, okay, this is interesting. Maybe we should keep it going. One of our teachers was from Canada. He knew about Circus Soleil, so he knew how to juggle. So he was like, oh, maybe I should show you something different. You might like it. So he started juggling. He was like, oh my God, what is that? You know? So we'd never seen it before. We got into it and we got kind of hooked. So we never stopped. So we didn't have all the materials at that time. So all we had to do is like, you go home, you cut your socks, people's socks, you fill it up with seed, whatever you can find, or fruits and stuff like that. So that's where we started juggling.
Wow.
So we didn't know how far we could take it. All of a sudden, we fell in love with juggling. Right then, we were quite young. We were like
13, 14, I think.
Wow.
Yeah. But in Ethiopia, you don't have that kind of stuff. The circus is not going to roll to your town or village to do, like it's a big topping. It's never happened. It's still not happening in Ethiopia
Really?
as well. Yeah.
Okay.
No. But we had a dream, so we wanted to do that, and we wanted to join a circus.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to put on this, tell the story. We managed to move to England, join a circus.
Like,
traveling circus.
Right.
Circus. And finally, we had our own circus. It's not just me and my brother. There was a lot of dreamers who wants back in Ethiopia who wants to join the circus and travel around. So we had to give that opportunity, and while we're telling our story.
There's obviously like the joke of like, I'm gonna run off and join the circus. When you told your family, we're going to run off and join the actual circus, what was the reaction?
Our dad still thinks it's literally we're just playing around. He just doesn't,
Really?
he doesn't actually think it's a real job, you know what I mean? It's like
It's always been like that.
It's always been like that.
Haven't you been doing this for like 25
Forever,
years
forever,
now?
forever. Yeah, literally, you could go and tell your families like, I'm gonna run away with the circus and try. But in Ethiopia, you can't do that because they never experienced that.
We had talked a little bit about this, but you were really passionate about giving other performers in Ethiopia an opportunity. How did you guys do that?
My brother, he went to Ethiopia about 6-7 years ago, back home. So he met up with the guy he used to teach us the gymnastics, you know, when we were young. We haven't seen him for a long time, and had like a circus school. It's been running for a while, but he's about to shut down because of lack of funds and materials. And there's an opportunity to give back, and then let's see if we can do something. And then we start supporting that circus school. It's called Circus Wingate.
Okay.
So most of the kids that are here that came from that circus.
Just trying to help with all props, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just asking friend and family in London if you can give us all costumes, all those kind of stuff. It makes massive difference back home in Ethiopia. And we started doing that, and then in 2 weeks' time, we had a lot of kids signing and joining. We saw the potential of it as well. There were some kids who literally the standard was really high, and we just need to give them workshop as well. It's because there was a passion inside of them.
Based off of the fact that they were seeing support come for this school increased.
Yeah.
So how many of your performers now are from from circus schools in Ethiopia?
10 of the performers you see, they're from Circus Wingate, from our school, yes.
And how many people in the company right now that we saw tonight?
18 of us.
So 10 of the 18 are from that school.
That's right.
So a lot of them seem pretty young. What's the average age of the performers?
The age is from 14 to 27.
The ones who are really young, are they still in school? How can they tour and do everything?
They're still in school, but we've got this long distance education we do.
Oh, cool.
They're with Guardian as well, they look after them bedtime, study time, go to their school as well and speak to the school and get what we need while they're touring. They have to study and then go back to bed, and then that's a routine. Literally, we have to balance it.
How much do you guys rehearse during the week?
Before we open, it's like 2 hours a day.
That's amazing. What's the next stop after New York?
Next stop will be in Adelaide, Australia. We'll be back as well in Minnesota, and then we're doing a European tour as well. This is all Circus Abyssinia.
Were you guys expecting this kind of success and to be this booked up?
To tell you the truth, no.
We knew we have a quality, but we didn't know how fast it took off. It's only been a year. The company's been brand new, but
we still can't believe we here in the Broadway and with our own circus. We're so grateful to be here.
And we love to see.
Yeah, we've got 2 different shows here. The one you see that's the public show. There's in the morning, some weekdays we do school shows, and the school shows are amazing. This is the first time we've done school shows as well, and we can't wait.
It's a pretty family-friendly show. Do you guys always do family-friendly shows?
It's all family-friendly show. To come from Ethiopia, it's a little village called Jima. To end up in a Broadway is
in New York.
It's in New York. It's a massive inspiration for any kids, and that will tell anyone, wherever you come from, you can do it. If you've got a dream, stick to it, dedication, and that's it.
You can absolutely tell that that's the energy you bring forward. Why did you guys decide to do this as a perspective of your childhoods and in a dream sequence?
When we told people how we end up in London, how we work in a circus, everyone is fascinated about, like, wow, you've got a really good story. You should speak to the movie director, or you should write it down. We were just like, no, actually we should do it. It makes sense if you do it actually in a stage using our story and in a circus. That makes more sense than doing a movie or writing a book.
I spend the entire time worried that someone's gonna fall. As you watching these things happen, and are you guys worried about this?
Even you walk around, there's always, might be an accident, you might get in an accident or anything. But with the circus, the discipline is safety. Safety first for everything. We have professionals who help us out as well. When we send our friends back in Ethiopia to do workshop, we'll teach them how they have to look after them, and even just literally stretching from little tiny things, warming up 2 hours before the show and everything. So that helps.
The last thing we say is safety first, just before we start the show.
When a guy is balancing on 8 shelves, I'm not feeling like that's very safe. Where are you hoping to take this show?
For us, this is just the beginning. We want to take this show all over the world, even back in Ethiopia.
To show people, to inspire people, and give more opportunity as well. There's a lot of artists back in Ethiopia. The one you see here, they might not be in Adelaide. We have to give an opportunity for the upcoming artists as well, and to experience what to be on the stage, and
give the other kids a drive.
Something to aspire.
Yeah, it's not just one group go out there and do the thing.
So hopefully we'll expand it, have another Circus Abyssinia, 2 Circus Abyssinia to go out in different ways.
How do you go from we're moving to London to join the circus to where you are today?
So we moved to London, and we got lucky because we met Sean Gandini. He's a juggler. He's at the company. There's a circus school in London, so we used to go and practice. Just me and him. Well, he's an amazing guy. He's still supporting us. We worked with him for 2 years just to have that experience. Oh, wow. Because we had a plan already, so we just wanted to do our own thing.
Even though it was hard work, it taught us a lot. We worked for that circus for 11 years. It's one of the biggest circus in UK, pretty much. It taught us a lot, how to build your dream and how to get to where you want to be. All that experience helped us out to create the Circus Abyssinia. We wouldn't be here without him, for sure. Not just us, even the kids, you know what I mean? Everything wouldn't happen if it wasn't for him. And we're very grateful to have a friend, a mentor like Shongandini.
So how many kids have you guys now been able to successfully put through the school and take on tour with you if you change it so often?
Around 150 kids.
That are at the school now?
At the school now.
Wow, 150 kids, that's huge. So circus culture in Ethiopia must be growing for
sure.
150 kids to be.
Very much so. As soon as we get a chance, we're trying to do a show back in Ethiopia.
So you haven't been able to do a show in Ethiopia
We
yet?
haven't done this show yet. There's a lot of good artists back in Ethiopia, working around the world as well, different circus, which is amazing now. Just to see supporting the family, friends, and changing their life, it's amazing.
So something that really struck me in the show, the music was
you.
so good. Can you tell me a bit about this music? Is it all original?
When we planned this a show, we know we definitely need our own culture, our music in it. And it was really hard to choose because everyone here, you see the artists, they got used to working on European music and it was really challenging for them to give them, you need to work on this, and they believe us, you will work on it, you'll love it. But once we got it and once they adapt it, now I can't even change anything, you know?
No.
I mean, they were just like, no, this is our music, don't touch our music.
Like a baby.
What is your favorite act in the show?
It's really hard to choose which one is which and
fair.
which act. So I don't know. I don't know if I can answer that.
Difficult.
Bits and
hard one.
pieces from everything,
From everything.
is your answer.
Yes.
I know that you guys had some visa issues. What visa are you guys on? And then what happened with the visa issues?
We are on P1 visa. There's a 15-year-old girl who's an amazing hula hooper. Traveled with us internationally.
London, Edinburgh.
And the first reason given was they didn't have enough work experience, which we provide that. They've worked in Ethiopia at different festivals. And then the second time when we appealed, travel experience, which is, she's
Doesn't make any sense.
Right.
The same problem in Australia. We were a week late to get into Australia as well with a visa issue, but we managed to get in.
The kids will get really disappointed.
Right.
They work really hard, they get prepared and then can't go away.
But still grateful. I mean, the 10 of us we're here, so we're still grateful. Most of us we got through.
The bigger the show gets,
Exactly.
the
That's
easier that will be.
That's what
We
we
hope
hoping
so,
for.
so-
That's what we hoping
Yeah.
for.
You have a huge focus on dreamers. We know that you ask the kids what is their dream for the future. So I'll ask you, what is your dream for the future?
My dream for the future will be take the Circus Abyssinia Ethiopian Dreams, take it to the next level. Hopefully all over the world, back in Ethiopia, and then show everyone if you dream big, anything is possible. Work hard, dedicate yourself. We came from Ethiopia, from a small village. We're here in New York, so anything is possible.
My dream for the future is inspiring people. There is a massive movement, especially in Ethiopia. Everything is changing at the moment. I think people need to be nice to each other. I really want to see that more and given opportunity, equality as well.
You gotta come check out Bibi and Bichu Tasfamariam because they are going to blow you away. Thanks, Brad Squad. Until next time.